This is molded. That's mold. And there is a ton of mold in there. This is not safe.
I had no idea Lunchly came with real blue cheese. This new supposedly innovative and better for you meal kit, brought to life by the big names MrBeast, Logan Paul, and KSI, is now facing a serious mold issue.
I like my cheese drippy, bro.
Welcome back to the channel. Things are going from bad to worse for Lunchly, with more reports of mold being found in their meals. Logan Paul once shared a video showing Lunchly products going through scans to detect lead, but it seems they should have been scanning for mold instead, as it's becoming a common issue. Today, we'll break down Rosanna Pansino's video, where she discovered mold in her Lunchly. We'll also look at Dr. Mike's latest upload, where he shares his thoughts on the growing concerns. Before we jump into that though, quick reminder, 96% of you watching aren't subscribed. If you're enjoying the content, tap that subscribe button and support the channel.
So these are supposed to be good for like another 2 months. This is molded. That's mold. This is not safe, especially like kids that are so young. They may not know what mold looks like, so they might just eat it.
The bigger concern here is that these meals are supposed to stay good for 2 more months, yet they've already started molding. This could be especially dangerous for young kids. Many of them might not even know what mold looks like and could end up eating it without realizing the risk. The real issue is that influencers like Logan Paul, MrBeast, and KSI marketed Lunchly as a healthy, better-for-you product. When kids see their favorite YouTubers endorsing it, they're more likely to trust the product without question. If a meal looks a little off, most won't think twice about eating it, because they believe it's good for them. This is where marketing aimed at younger audiences can become harmful. When a product is positioned as healthy and nutritious, kids are less likely to check if something is wrong. Unfortunately, that trust can lead to serious health risks.
I saw a picture circulating about mold, but I didn't know if it was fake or, I just had heard about it, but this is real, you guys.
The first reports of mold surfaced weeks ago, yet there hasn't been a single public statement from KSI, MrBeast, or Logan Paul. It's strange how KSI finds the time to make endless videos about Dan TDM, but when kids are potentially eating mold from their Lunchly meals, it seems like it's not important enough to address.
I don't know if this is an issue in their recipe development or packaging. I think it's a packaging issue. The sealant here feels really cheap, like whatever is holding this on the top. It is not vacuum tight.
Great idea. Pack a bunch of perishable ingredients into a meal kit, but cut corners on packaging that should prevent mold from forming. It's likely that proper packaging would have cost them more, eating into their profits. After all, their entire pitch is that Lunchly is either as cheap or cheaper than Lunchables, but with healthier, higher quality ingredients. If they had invested in better packaging, they'd need to raise prices, which probably didn't fit into their profit strategy. So it raises a serious question. What's more important here? Keeping costs low or protecting the health of kids who trust these products?
So, it's so much mold. This is terrible. Oh my gosh.
We put a lot of effort into this.
I just want you guys to know I did not fake this. I was honestly going to go over nutritional facts and differences between the two with 2 physicians' input and give you healthy alternatives to these things that are still affordable. I did not expect this. You can cover the mold with the pepperoni.
Just looking at that is enough to make my stomach churn. That's not just a small spot of mold. That entire thing is covered. It's like a full-on moldy blue pizza. Absolutely disgusting.
Looks-wise, here are the 2 pizzas from Lunchables and Lunchly. One is covered in mold. I'm gonna ask you guys, which one would you rather eat? Which one would you give your kid? Both are a highly processed food snack, and one is extremely moldy. So I'll leave it up to you.
Rosanna must have lost it for even putting that pizza together. It's basically a MrBeast pizza at this point. Maybe they were going for the moldy look to match MrBeast's brand colors.
The meals look pretty similar. The cheese dip looks a little different, and then this salsa is much thicker and it almost looks like a tomato paste. They look pretty dang similar. Look at the chips. They look like they came from the same manufacturer. They're the same size. There's no different.
Remember when KSI was all worked up about Messi supposedly copying Prime?
Messi new drink compared to Prime. Thoughts?
I don't know about you, but it looks very similar to Prime. Am I right or am I right? Like, even the Ridge, like, come on, guys. Brother has just copied our homework. It's outrageous. Literally stole our whole flow, bar for bar.
Now, here we are in a similar situation. Looks like we've got some real hypocrites in the building.
But also in their packaging. Like, look at this. They're the exact same flavor combos on the plate. They look the same. Also, I just noticed even with the font of the branding, this L over here, the Lunchly L, it goes underneath the Y. And then look at the Lunchables. It's the same design. I guess Jimmy's used to taking L's. They literally ripped this brand off, just repackaged it, put a few differences in there, and then made another ultra processed piece of crap.
Literally stole our whole flow, bar for bar.
This is straight up false advertising, yet they keep recycling the same phrases whenever they drop a new product. MrBeast seems like the kind of guy who could release a chocolate molten lava cake and still market it as healthy. It's all about getting kids to beg their parents to buy these products. They've built such a loyal fan base and earned so much trust that they can say almost anything, and their audience will believe it. That's exactly why they keep pushing the healthy label on every new release. Kids end up choosing these products over things like Lunchables, believing they're better for them, when they're really not. This kind of marketing can even lead to bad eating habits. Just look at what they're doing with Feebles, MrBeast's chocolate bar company. They constantly run sweepstakes, like offering the chance to win $1 million, which probably gets kids who weren't eating much chocolate before to start eating it now. But I thought you cared about kids' health, right? Anyway, let's see what Dr. Mike had to say about all this.
So this issue that was raised by Jake Paul and I think FaZe Banks, where they said
Logan Paul launches a better for you snack and the whole internet's in flames for 3 weeks. And then Kai Cenat launches his McDonald's meal.
At least Kai never claimed McDonald's was healthy. He's promoting something he knows isn't good for you, and he's not pretending otherwise just to boost sales. That's the key difference. You don't have to market everything like it's chicken and broccoli, but let's not sit here and act like chocolate is somehow healthy.
Logan Paul, KSI, and MrBeast making Lunchly, and people are very outraged that it's unhealthy. And then other people that are not outraged when there is a McDonald's collab that goes on with K-Sanat, or Ryan Trahan releases Joyride. And I think that those things are not interchangeable. I think if you're making a candy, while yes, overconsumption of candy and added sugar is a problem, I think a candy is not considered a health food. But when you say Lunchly is healthy or a healthier alternative, that's making claims that if debunked, you would face some criticism.
Even with guys like Ryan Trahan and Oompaville promoting their candy, they're not pretending it's some super healthy option. They're upfront about it, saying they just use better ingredients. They're not trying to sell it as a life-changing, healthy alternative, just as a product made with cleaner ingredients.
Creators being entrepreneurs is overall a really good thing, and I want to encourage creators to do this. And I get excited when I see creators succeed in this space. I think we all do. We kind of are all cheering one another on when it's done the right way and you're not misrepresenting things. But if you're going to be a disruptor, because that's what we are as creators, we're disrupting media, and we want to continue into the space of entrepreneurship by being disruptors. So if you're going to go in and take on big candy, be a true disruptor by making a better candy. If you're gonna be a disruptor in the lunch space, be a disruptor, make the healthier version. That's a legit healthy version.
Dr. Mike makes a great point, and this is where most of the criticism toward Lunchly comes from. Despite the claims, Lunchly wasn't really created to be a healthier alternative to Lunchables. It was made to steal market share from them. If MrBeast and his crew genuinely wanted to make a positive impact, they'd have focused on creating a truly healthy alternative, free from processed meats, cheeses, and all the other questionable ingredients packed into their meals.
Where I can then make a video and get on board and say, oh my God, creator X has finally made a product that is a healthy lunch that we should all get on board and support. But these days, that's not happening.
I honestly wonder why creators don't try to make genuinely healthy products. Maybe it's because producing healthier options costs more, and they'd have to dip deeper into their own pockets. But honestly, I have no idea.
There were some statements where any criticism about Lunchly is just trying to gain views, and they don't actually care because they never criticized Lunchables in the past.
Dr. Mike also called out YouTubers for creating fake tweets under his name just to use them in their thumbnails.
Dr. Mike just destroyed MrBeast and Logan Paul's Lunchly. The thumbnail, it has a fake tweet that says @RealDoctor. That's not even my handle. And it says Lunchly will kill you.
That thumbnail is hilarious. They took a MrBeast thumbnail, cropped him out, and slapped a fake "will kill you" tweet on it. That's some 200 IQ creativity right there. I won't lie, I've used a fake tweet in a thumbnail before, but at least I tried to keep it close to the original. Doing that to a doctor, though, is on a whole different level. That could actually put his medical license at risk or cause serious trouble. So yeah, Dr. Mike, I'd never pull that on you. But as long as nothing bad happens, you gotta admit, it's still kind of funny.